I fully support rounding up every single writer who is going on strike and putting them in jail for 45 days.
Wait, what? But as a rule, I will mostly not make fun of people as so much as ideas and things that aren't permanent. This guy we're gonna straight up goof on. But I have a very, very bad feeling about the takes that we're gonna hear out of this one. Got that here. We're set up nice. Not that this was anything nice to set up for, but we did it. Look at that. Now he looks somewhat presentable. All right. Let's see what this guy's got to say for himself.
There's a writer's strike. A lot of the...
Oh, god damn. I didn't want him shouting at me.
They're going on a writer's strike. This is Adam Conover from Adam Hates Everything. I think it's from BuzzFeed.
Adam ruins everything. First strike against this Haas character. He got the name of the show wrong. This is 28 minutes. I've seen enough streams and I've done enough streams where if I keep pausing, 28 minutes has become 2.5 hours. So let's just give this guy enough rope to hang himself. We'll pause.
To improve their working conditions. All of these Netflix writers and all these writers of Disney Plus and all these other things, they're all going on a strike as the united working class, going on strike to get better conditions.
Yeah, that's right.
And here's what I have to say, and here's my message to them, all right? Are you ready?
No.
I fully support irregular forces breaking up these strikes with the ruthless iron fist of strike breakers. I fully support rounding up every single writer who is going on strike and putting them in jail for 45 days and then that's my view, okay?
Wait! Wait! What? Why? The threat is being replaced by robots, and now Chairman Haas is going to throw everybody in jail? Jeez, I'm crow. Yeah, we writers just can't fucking win.
This is clearly a workers' proletarian uprising. Oh, sure it is. Oh, sure it is. I am sick of people pretending like every attempt at unionization and every attempt at employees organizing themselves for better conditions is something worth my support. And in this case, it's actually worth my opposition and enmity. And I'll explain why that is.
Because you're a useful idiot for fascists.
These writers are salaried parasites who got the positions they did.
No, they're not. They're hourly.
Bureaucratic bullshit, career-climbing bullshit.
Nope, they didn't.
Oftentimes based on woke institutional blackmailing. That they want better quotas and more inclusivity. These are a bunch of pencil-pushing, degree-having losers, and they feel entitled to better conditions, even though...
Does this guy, watch anything? Does he, consume any other media? Does he know that there are writers that are on strike writing things that he potentially likes? I don't even know if this guy owns a TV, which, that's not the worst thing. I don't own a TV. I have basically a monitor. I don't have a cable box or nothing. But dude, do you not consume any other mode of entertainment other than just listening to yourself speak? Doubt it.
Their position wasn't chosen by popular demand.
What?
It's not like they have the jobs they do because the shit they churn out is popular.
He doesn't know how unions work. Some communist. Yeah, writers aren't paid on a salary. They're paid hourly. It's part of being in a union, is wages. Actors aren't getting residuals, and writers are forced to work in horrible conditions, being paid for one day when their work could be used for a week. That's, the bare bones of the strike. But Haas immediately misses the mark on and also unions are an entirely democratic process. Card checking is the most direct way to form a union. What does he think? The union, the writers' union, is in cahoots with the producers? What is he talking? Ooh-wee. Wow, we are in for a fucking trip. Buckle up.
It's not popular at all. Even the shows that are on the top of the ratings are only because
what
there's
shows?
nothing else to watch. The truth is,
what
Americans
shows?
have an extreme poverty of movies, of TV.
Not really.
Of themes. Everything you
nope.
see on Netflix nowadays coming from America is garbage. All the movies you see is garbage. Everything you see from Disney Plus, it's garbage. It's disgusting. It makes people's stomach turn how disgusting and evil it is.
What
these
are you
are the
talking
people behind
about?
it.
What are you talking about?
Losers.
Oh, what a tough guy. He had to swear.
Workers, by the way, and want to have a union or the Writers Guild of America. Shut the fuck up. These people need to be put in jail.
This
guy.
Why?
I just feel like they are.
Haas. What kind of communist are you going against the workers here? Yes, they should be replaced by robots. Yes, people who are in far higher positions of power and money should do anything they want. Haas, what's going to happen when AI comes for, I don't know, streaming? It'll happen. Because once, if they have their way and writers' rooms are totally decimated, and I don't have a job to go back to, and yeah, Haas, it affects me, because I'm a worker, I'm an electrician, but, he probably won't tell you that, because he doesn't know how any of this shit works. He just, likes to hear himself dither about nothing, with a fucking golden sword on his wall. Oh, I can't get over that. I can't get over how fucking corny it is.
Are enemies of the people.
Well,
by the way,
how are they enemies of the people?
Workers. They don't produce any surplus value. They're not working class. They're just employees.
Dude,
right?
Yes, they.
Employees.
What do you think employees are?
There's no
what?
Class if they're working class, why don't they go work on a construction site?
Oh, what a fucking asshole!
If they're working class, they're not. And then people may say, "But Haas, you're a streamer."
I may not know much about Haas, but I've seen, the Marxist-Leninist kind of, line that these guys like to straddle. This is complete gibberish. This is red fascism. Throw people in jail that I don't consider to be the working class. So, look out for Commandante Haas. Or what is he? Chairman Haas. Excuse me. Commandante, Chairman, Dickhead. We got a whole lot of names for this guy. Scab, pathetic, worm, spineless, coward. Plenty of names.
I'm a streamer by popular demand. If every day went like today...
Well, clamoring for Haas.
For the rest of these writers get hired by these massive companies.
No, they actually...
Write, not by popular demand, not because what they're doing is...
What do you mean by popular demand? Yes, it is. What do you mean by popular demand? A popular demand for TV shows? Yeah, there is a demand. It's like he's totally clueless as to how quite possibly literally anything works.
Woke and diverse and acceptable jibber jabber and nonsense.
Well,
what's so disgusting and self-serving?
What is his idea of entertainment? This is what I don't understand.
And they will give this 100,000 likes. And all of these leftists who are intelligentsia, who have these intelligentsia...
Oh my god. Straight up anti-intellectualism. This guy is like oozing jello that used to be his brain. Like, do you guys catch any of this? Like, am I not getting something? Did I miss something? What in his mind does this not register as worker? I'm still very confused. Maybe we have another 23 minutes of this, so let's hope he gets to the bottom of this fucking soon.
Wake up and go, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And then they're gonna literally go on strike in their stupid pencil-pushing office job or their creative mental laborer job, thinking that they're reenacting the class struggles of the past described in the Communist Manifesto.
These guys...
Let me ask you, how worried are you about the writer's strike? You know, I just hope everyone is treated equally. I hope that they get what they deserve, and I hope that people listen to them. You know, people
They're
strike for
asked,
a reason.
why are you
So,
watching Variety, though?
People strike for a reason because they're unaware. Now is the time you should get fired.
What?
Now is the time to get fired. It's such a cope. I'm going to go on strike. But you're not needed. You're talentless. You're worthless.
Where do you think all this shit comes from, Haas? The fucking ground? You scrounge out writers like fucking potatoes, and then you boil them in a pot and you stir them and toss a little milk in there, boil, mash them, stick them in a stew, and then you come out with a script? You're hired when you're in a union through a hiring hall. And through writers that you know or that you've worked with that move from one room to the other. Yes, that is part of the job. It's also who you know. Let's actually take a look at the, if we can't find a demographic, or let's see if it has anything like what they're getting, where their economic background is. Okay, so there's, more women, more people who aren't, cis, straight, white men, which is cool. Writers over 55 are subject to the same ageism that pervades all of Hollywood. Yes, that is true. We're going for, yeah, this is all inclusivity. This doesn't say like where they're coming from economics. But that shouldn't matter. That's the thing. No matter what walk of life they're coming from, they're striking because there's an industry that they're working in, and the value of their labor, whether he likes to think it's labor or not, is being massively undervalued. But he doesn't get that, because he thinks that if you're smarter than him, which is a very real possibility, then you're for whatever reason beneath him. What a strange guy. It's a strange guy. Also, first of all, why are you taking stock in watching an interview from Variety? Like, Variety is going to talk to the people who are, they're going to talk to the celebrities. They're not going to talk to people on the line. So immediately your framing is skewed.
Fresh blood that could replace.
What does he mean by fresh? What do you mean by that?
It's mental.
He doesn't understand how the upper crust see labor. You have, Chairman Haas going, fresh blood, we need fresh blood, but fresh blood is almost always, taken advantage of, underpaid, undercut. The whole point of the strike is that executives are devaluing labor of people who generate a product for people to see. This is the United States, dude. What else do we export, really? What else do we have? We can't make a fucking car worth a fuck. We have to have debates online on what fucking toaster works the best. We can't even agree on our own brand of socialism. Like, the only thing we have is movies. Like, it's so intrinsic to American culture. If you were to eliminate the Hollywood working force, the entire thing would collapse. And then you would have nothing to watch. And then if you don't have anything to watch, Haas, you can't pretend that you're cultured when you're talking to a woman that will ultimately dump you after the first day because she thinks you're a lunatic. And TV shows were the one thing that fed the illusion that you're interesting. Or smart.
And the only reason they have the positions they do is because of bureaucracy.
No.
Elon Musk fired 90% of Twitter, and Twitter just works fine. And it's never.
Oh
been
yeah,
Anyone who says Twitter is the worst it's ever been, that's outright propaganda. Where does that come from? Twitter works fine. There's nothing wrong with Twitter. Oh
yeah, Twitter,
right
dude.
now.
Yeah, Twitter works just fine. What was trending yesterday? One trending Ben Shapiro. The other thing trending below it, the Holocaust.
At all. What's wrong with Twitter? I don't get it. Every dollar given to one of these writers, who you can now replace with Chat GPT and AI, by the way. You can easily replace them with that.
Why do you think that's good?
Is a dollar that could have been invested in productive industry.
Like
that
what?
Would actually materially make people's lives better.
Like what?
Communist Party USA went downhill as soon as it started supporting these fucking writers. Oh God, the writers' strike picket outside of Warner Brothers in Los Angeles.
I
This
just
is
don't
just
think
right
he
here, man.
likes the writers because they're probably
This is just
smarter
great.
than him.
Because one to me that HBO's newest show, The House of Dragons, is not going to get another season. That great show, The House of Dragons, which is
What?
just about a bunch of white-haired people doing incest, and a show where they made a black Targaryen.
Was he upset about that?
If you don't know who the Targaryens are, they are pale-skinned, white-haired
Oh
people
boy.
who all look the same in terms of their complexion and hair color. And these writers who are on strike right now decided it would be smart to create a black Targaryen.
Why not?
I shit you not. I shit you not. And they call that representation.
Who made
It's
you
not
the fucking arbiter of
representation,
the
it's a
show?
mockery
You
of
didn't
black
write
people,
this
is
shit.
what it is. It's literally comedy. That's how silly it is.
Trust me, we got the. It is comedy.
Trying to make a movie about George Washington.
Oh my God, this is comedy. We got the best seat in the house.
Me with my big beard
and small dick,
looking how I do, and I star as George Washington. That would be
a dream come true for him. I'm finishing Haas's sentence here. A dream come true for him. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be in that position of authority, of that power. He wants to tell people what to do. So that's what he means. He's being, he thinks he's being funny by saying, imagine me as George Washington. Now, he imagines himself as not George Washington, but like Mao or Stalin every day. This guy dreams of power. It's like he's talking to me. Steamboat, don't make fun of me. Alright, sorry.
About Yao Ming, the Chinese basketball player.
What?
And having me play Yao Ming.
But he's not. But that's not what's happening.
A Lebanese guy who in no way looks Asian at all. It's actually a comedy.
Well, actually, Haas, I don't think they would hire you because you're a straight-up psychopath.
So, when you put black people in these extremely inappropriate positions to represent people who in no way were black at all or could possibly be black, what you're doing is mocking.
Oh my God! Someone liked that shit. Oi!
Want to know the real blackface? It's that.
What?
You know what?
I know. No, the black guy is doing blackface by being black. This guy's good. This guy's funny. Based. Yeah, look at that. Now that's.
Again, this is.
Oh, don't stop it.
This is not the working class. This is a mockery of class struggle. It's a mockery of the working class. They're LARPing as workers. They're LARPing as the industrial.
Like you're LARPing as a revolutionary. Because you don't know how trade unions work. Oh, he's a Leninist, right? Labor unions, not on my watch. I mean, I don't think this could be a surprise to anybody. Haas has never worked a day in his life. Those are baby smooth hands. He has, clickety-clacking on the keys there on his keyboard. I said this to my brother, actually, because I saw him today. We've been chatting. And I told him about, he's doing this shit. And we work obviously we worked as electricians when there wasn't a stoppage. We said straight up, guys like Haas, infrared, they act all tough. He wouldn't last until lunch. Fuck, he wouldn't make it to 9 o'clock coffee on a rig crew. As soon as the pace changes, this guy would get really upset, have an opinion, start a fight, because I've seen guys like this. And then they'll call the hall and say, never hire this guy again. This here is coming from a perspective from a guy who has never worked a day in his life, or is terminally unhireable, which is why he went to streaming.
For the Mandalorian, for a writer, because this is actually just Jabba the Hutt here.
He doesn't watch shit, because if he actually wanted to do a correct Star Wars reference, he would have just said Boba Fett, because, Jabba isn't around in Mandalorian. His kids are. So, strike 2 for Commander Jackass.
That just shows you what they're doing all day. They're eating Cheetos all day in their office. You know what? All of these people are special snowflakes who went to some creative college and finally got...
He despises that there are potentially people in the world who are smarter than him, and people who are not even well-read can just read or have something that they can contribute artistically. He sees no value in this because he is a talentless, artless schmuck. He's a nobody. He's a loser.
These garbage, cheap shows and movies.
So Hollywood is going to keep making garbage and cheap movies, and you don't like that. But the people who could potentially stop it and breathe more life into the stuff that they write because they have better working conditions and the quality of life is better, so that wouldn't happen, yet you don't like them because they're smarter than you. Oh, Haas. Oh, man. Oh, Haas. Hang on.
Pretends like the writers are actually writing the script. Just allow them to think. These are the people that are creative.
This guy, he is a laugh riot. Oh, these canned, he should write these sitcoms. He's got a whole pantry of canned laughter. Stop drilling, you hit oil. Oh, Haas.
Joan of Arc, played by Terry Crews in my lifetime. Okay? I wanted to see it. I need to see it. But it's not going to happen, thanks, because these people are on strike. We're never going to see Terry Crews play Joan of Arc. Okay?
No, what a tragedy.
We're never going to see that. And that's sad. We need Dylan Mulvaney to play Abraham Lincoln. And it's not going to happen.
Oh my God, another one! Another one!
That's what I need to see.
Oh my God, Haas, the hits just keep on coming.
We are the ones who toil this land.
Oh, they don't call Haas the voice for nothing, baby.
I hope
what
you
a guy.
There's no difference between you and a lumpen crackhead. You're both parasites. You're both, functionally speaking, jobless in terms of what you actually add to society.
Said the pot to the kettle.
And I want there to be a class struggle between the homeless crackheads in downtown Los Angeles and the entitled...
Los Angeles! The crackheads!
Here's Jay Leno.
The crackheads must be purged from Los Angeles. This is the most pathetic excuse for a communist I think I've ever seen. Like, this is a guy that not only doesn't know anything about the media he consumes, but has no idea how a labor force actually works and organizes. This guy rules. This guy is a cool, cool guy.
Listen, I'm Jay Leno.
Or Jay Leno. This is like the most base thing Jay Leno has ever done. Big jump from kicking Conan off of his deserved time slot and now deciding he's going to be pro-worker and support the writers. That's awesome. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, you fucking idiot. Some people grew up with Jay Leno, and they're seeing him on the line. I'm not saying he's a little red book socialist. I'm saying use this as an opportunity to get people on board towards class unity. But Haas is not serious about that. He's not serious about any of it because he doesn't know how it works. And people who tell him they're seen as the petite bourgeoisie for no other reason than them literally just being smarter than him. A really weird way to comport yourself on the internet. Not for nothing, but going back to the inclusivity study that we were just looking at, people who have been marginalized the most, they know if there's going to be no job to go back to. And not just for writing, but for anything. They have to start over, and that's hard for women of color, disabled people, people over the age of 55 in Hollywood. This is a massive quality of life issue, and we've heard almost a half an hour of dithering nothingness.
This thread is of my favorite picket signs. Those signs are on the tag and get credit. Just give out one yacht. No! Why don't don't you give up your job? Because AI can replace it at any moment.
What is so because they are so people who you don't perceive, to you, Chairman Haas, don't see as working class. You're rooting for the billionaire class to basically obliterate one of the pillars of American labor and culture because you don't see them in hard hats.
My edible kicked in, and I'll do this all night. Okay, so this is a drug addict.
Does he think she's not swallowing black tar heroin, you silly goose?
When the homeless crackhead with feces throws a bucket of diarrhea on you. First of
all, if they're homeless, first of all, Haas, smart guy, if they're homeless and they spend all their money on crack, how did they get the bucket full of diarrhea, huh? Especially when you're homeless and don't have money to eat anything. Wow, I mean, I must have been wrong. I got this guy all wrong. He's playing 4D chess here. The homeless people on the street, they're the billionaires.
A homeless crackhead can't. There's no difference between this and a homeless crackhead, except this one gets paid a lot of money to do nothing.
What?
Is the biggest
what?
SJW. Can we make this contract more accessible to a wider audience? Oh, I hate them! They're wearing glasses!
Oh my god. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!
I gotta calm down.
He went fucking Kaioken! Oh. What an asshole! Wow!
This has power because they went to college and they got. If you wanted to be accepted.
That was so awesome. That was so cool. Haas is such a cool guy. Okay, I think we've seen enough. His chat here, I'll bet you a majority of these guys, they're not looking to Commandante here for any sound political takes. They're looking to laugh at the clown. You don't believe me? Before you had Peter Griffin, before you had Homer Simpson, even before you had Fred Sanford, and you can trace all that back to Archie Bunker from All in the Family. And for those of you keeping score at home, All in the Family was a sitcom in the 70s about a white middle-class family, what was the middle class, and their neighborhoods changing around them. When Norman Lear wrote the character of Archie Bunker, he wanted to have people basically look and laugh at the clown. No rational person would act like this. And yet, here we have, this guy. So why not point and laugh at the absurdity? The problem is that I think too many people of that generation looked at Archie Bunker and said, he's just like me for real. So instead of taking it as parody, it's now seen as validation. The border between reality and fiction is so blurry. And we see it today. Like, we see it when Jordan Klepper goes and talks to all the Trumpers. When it comes to guys like Haas, right? I think the most constructive thing we could possibly do is not get mad, but just laugh at him. Not with him, laugh at him. Because he wants to stir the pot. He wants to, cause trouble. And he wants to, have his points across, even though, there was none in a half-hour period. Look, even the times I recover after losing my thought, those sentences have more salience than a fucking half an hour of an edited clip of Haas, talking about what he deems as working class.
There's no liberal working class.
Yeah, there is.
I am one.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a stripper.
What? So that was the highlight? And I thumbs downed it, by the way. I didn't like it. I just want to make sure everybody knows that we're, now that we're on this space together. Haas, I didn't like this video I didn't like this short very much. Nor do I like you very much. You don't think sex is hard work. Well, if I was fucking you, probably wouldn't be. That's a union rate. In for a minute, paid for an hour. What a goon.